text like, what did I walk into? Why am I on this?
How's it going?
Not bad, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I flew into Chicago, which is about 2.5 hours away, and then they canceled my flight to Bloomington, but they sent my luggage. So I actually Ubered from Chicago to Bloomington, a 2.5 hour Uber ride.
Oh, man.
Nice.
I only do that when I'm really drunk. When I miss the train home and I end up Ubering for like 3 hours and get to know the driver really well, like too well. Like, you know, you're like, oh, your family tree, and next thing like, oh, come around for a barbecue next week. Oh, it'll be great.
I don't think I've ever gone that far.
I mean, no, I'm every Uber driver I speak to.
I'm not sure they've ever been invited to a Barbie anyway.
About 15 years ago, I was flying from Nashville, BNA Airport, back to Logan. We had an emergency stop at Charlotte Airport, and they had absolutely no flights going back to Logan. So it was crazy. So me and this other guy who had to get back to Boston rented a car, and we started driving from Charlotte to Boston, which is like a maybe 12-hour drive. And then we're talking. We're like, so what do? I'm like, oh, I'm in AV, this, that, the other, explaining it. He was like, dude, so am I. So it was like the weirdest coincidence. I was doing production AV, and this is actually the guy that started me in corporate AV, like the switch from events, because I was tired of traveling, family, this, that, the other. And it was just like, yeah, whatever. And he was like, yeah, I do AV for this bank. And I'm like, really? I was like, dude, what are the chances? It's like on a 12-hour drive, like on hour number 8, like we finally, it was just like, all right, we're just talking.
That is.
And it was just like, oh, cool. Did
you have many awkward silences? I hate awkward silences. I can't deal with them at all. Can't deal with them.
What do you do?
I just turned on the radio until we crossed over to the next city and the radio stopped working again. Then I have to find the station again.
Frantically, like, come on, find the station.
What do you do then to break your silences?
I normally just awkwardly mutter stuff until they come up with a conversation.
So they officially think you're crazy. Like,
yeah, especially if you just met someone in a 12-hour car journey. I'm just like, and then they're like, eventually a conversation will come out of it.
See, I'd kick you out of the car.
Did you get what he did on the flight over to Orlando?
Say again?
Me, sorry?
Yeah, is this what you did when you flew to Orlando?
I did, yeah. Who did we meet? Who was it? Some Canadian guy. A Canadian guy going back, and we started talking about how he hates monkeys. He really had a hatred for monkeys. And he was like, if I ever see a monkey, I'll punch it straight in the face. Stuff like that. And then we were talking about the monkeys that are in Gibraltar, how they attacked me when I was there. So we had like a mutual connection about how we hate monkeys.
monkeys.
Good.
Yeah, it was.
Did you start a Facebook user group about hating monkeys? Like that would be
we didn't, but I think hashtag I punched a monkey could really take off, on Twitter.
Oh my god.
One thing I was going to mention, last time I really saw you guys in roughly the same place was Infocom, right? And I wanted to bring up is why are Americans so good at karaoke? It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. So like one person gets up and you think, oh, they're going to be a bit rubbish, and they're like bang on tune, and then they'll bring someone else and be like, oh, let's do a little collaboration together. Okay, cool. And then somehow they're both like perfectly in tune. It's like watching like a live like Mariah Carey concert. It's ridiculous.
The one bit that did me is how serious you all take it. Honestly, you all remember the guy, okay? Singing, but I am telling you now, we got into that song so much. Was it you that I said, I bet you a tenner he's going to end up on one knee? Because he's like this, bouncing on his chest, like propagating. Honestly, I thought he was going to end up on one knee while he was blasting out this tune that I've never heard of in my life, I'll be honest.
There was that guy, I think it was by Samba, like No One Knows Me Like My Mother's Piano or something. Beautiful, I almost cried. I almost wept. It was pretty close to weeping. Can I say?
We need to invite these guys to come to one of our involved parties to realise exactly how shit we are at karaoke.
In the moment, you're always ace. When you watch the recording afterwards, different story.
But see, I think that's the spirit of karaoke. It's like you don't have to be on. It just happens that on this night at Infocom.
Whoa. Tell your
professional
fellow
singer.
Americans that.
Are you guys all going to Vegas next year?
Yeah.
I'm still checking.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I think I might skip this one.
Let's see if that's going to fit in my schedule.
You liar. You're well in. You're first on the bloody list.
Cancel Infocom if you didn't go, Chuck. You're like, Chuck's not going. All right, what are we going to do? All right, just schedule it for next year.
Yeah, that's it. Boycott it. Nobody's going. Game over.
Take the karaoke to ISE, Chuck.
Say again?
Take the karaoke to ISE.
So I'm actually looking for a place in Amsterdam that has karaoke. We've looked for a couple years, and we couldn't find a really a decent spot that had karaoke. We ended up just all singing in the coffee shop.
Hey, you should apply to the council and just get like a sort of mobile bar with karaoke and just have it in the streets. That'd be amazing.
I actually have my own mobile karaoke setup. We had it in our room at Infocom.
Of course you do.
Wireless mics, and it hooks into a flat panel, so I can use any display. And I got any song you want. I can run it in, 2 wireless microphones, adjust the effects, adjust the mix and everything, and it fits into a case about that big.
How often do you use it, Chuck? A year?
Like a year? I was gonna say,
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a week.
You've just got to keep yourself up with your back catalogue. Make sure that you can still hit with that vocal range. Yeah, of course.
I travel with that thing, man. You never know. I mean, you never know when somebody's like, yeah, this would be a great party if we had some karaoke. I'm like, I actually have it right here.
And the thing is, we don't really have an excuse to say, man, if only we knew how to set this up. I don't think we have that excuse. Be like, how do we connect this?
Done.
Yeah, it's all wrong if we can't do it.
I hate it when, say we're in a bar or something, there's a projector showing an image. If a projector breaks, well, my friends look at me like, you sell projectors and stuff? And I'm like, oh God, please don't call me out to try and fix this projector. I've got no idea. So I just make up terms like, check your VLAN, make sure your SD pack's in order, watch out. You show me a better thing than fax, and I'll show you a liar. That's what I would say.
Do you know how fax machines actually work?
No idea. I've never used a fax machine in my life.
You've never used a fax
Never used a fax machine in my life. Never, I wouldn't know. If someone said to me, right, fax this to someone, no idea. It's like black magic. How does the paper come out the other end? I don't know. So how does it work? I've got no idea.
Mate, that is amazing.
You ask anyone under the age, if you gave 100, 25 and under, right, and said, right, I give you £100 to fax this bit of paper over to this number, I bet you 90 of them would be like, no idea, mate. They'd be WhatsApping, but you can't let them Google it.
They take a photo of the fax and email and text that over
exactly.
instead.
That must be a fax. That must be what they used to call email, fax.
Well, I got a funny one for you. So, my wife and I, we moved about, I don't know, back in April, we moved. So we were getting rid of a bunch of stuff in the garage and in the old place, throwing a bunch of stuff out. I found a Discman. I see Chuck's face. I found a Discman that was just in the trash. I'm like, oh, I thought I'd thrown that out. I was like, oh, let me show the kids. I'm like, this is how we listened to music back in the days. And they were like, okay, what is this? I'm like,
why is it so chunky? Yeah.
Like, this is
Mate, I'm loving how posh you were with the Discman.
Huh?
I'm loving how posh you were to have a Discman. I didn't have it on disc, we had it on cassette.
Yep.
Listen, tried to try everything, it's like, remember the mini disc players?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, remember mini disc? Can you imagine if you're an investor in mini discs? You were like, this is going to be the next big thing. And it just plummeted.
The biggest sales, I don't know how true it is, but someone once told me, the biggest sales of mini discs wasn't for people to listen to music, it was to put into the back as PBX. PBX is for on-hold music.
Is that right?
Yeah. people used to use it to feed in hold music. And then you always heard the story that someone changed that mini disc from whatever that bit of Mozart was to something like Smack Me Bitch Up. So as soon as you went home, you ended up with Smack Me Bitch Up down the phone.
Oh, wait a second.
And it's like a funeral home.
It's the church down the street.
Thank you for calling the First God's Parish. Please hold. God.
I'm trying to think of any other inappropriate songs you could have on. There's loads, must be loads.
Well, I'm thinking in a funeral home there was a hell of a lot of inappropriate songs at that point.
Staying Alive by the Bee Gees would be amazing.
This was when I was working for a startup. This was the funniest. I technically Zoom is a startup, but it wasn't Zoom because I work from home. But we were in an office. This was the funniest thing ever. So it was a very small open area. The CIO was there, and then there was the main IT guy who did and commissioned everyone's computer. He left his computer unlocked one day. The CIO just wanted to mess with him, so he sent an email to the CEO from his computer saying, "I quit." And he spoke to the CEO. Everybody was in on it. And the CEO comes up to him when he comes back from wherever he went. It was like, "Hey, man, listen, I'm really sorry to see you go, but good luck." And they kept it going. It was like a fun thing. It was like, "What are you talking about?" It was like, "The email that you sent me, like, you quit." It was like, "What are you talking about?" It was like, "Yeah, I got your email." It was like, he was like, "No, somebody did it." So he didn't realize. He's like, "I got hacked." And it was like the CIO came over.
I like that he actually accepted it. I'll accept your resignation.
Yeah.
Glad to see the back of you.
And it was pretty funny. So it was just like they kept it going for a couple minutes, and it was just like afterwards he laughed, but he was really nervous for a second. He was like, "Wait a second, no, I didn't quit. It was just funny.
I mean, my dad had a funny story once. He said how he used to work a bit with the Bank of, I think it was the Bank of Japan, and that he had this account manager that was coming in to meet with this guy who worked for the Bank of Japan that he knew, and he was quite a tall guy. He was like about 6'5", and my dad told him that when the Bank of Japan guy bows, you have to bow lower. That's like tradition. You have to keep better. And then so then he was in on it. The guy from Bank of Japan. So it went on for about 5 minutes apparently, where he'd bow, and then Gareth would have to bow a little bit lower, and then he'd bow again, and then he had to bow lower, and he'd have to keep. They kept going for ages to see how low he'd bow before the meeting starts.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Literally to the point of kissing the floor.
Yeah, I don't know how low it went, but I was like, that's a good idea.
Have we got Noel back? We lost him.
No, he's here. He's on.
I think I'm back, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get it yet.
And that's all we've got time for.
Oh, this is funny.
You all right now?
Yeah, I've definitely had better days.
Well,
Straight in. Up there with the worst of them.
well, there goes the mood.
What's your favourite biscuit?
Okay, fair enough.
I'm expecting most random things.
Hot round. Favourite biscuit and why? In 30 seconds. I'll start off. Custard cream, because it's the greatest biscuit of all time. And if anyone disagrees, they're wrong. Kev.
I'm not 100% sure how anyone can retaliate to that, considering we're just straight out wrong.
Still like custard cream, but go on.
See, no, I'm crunch creams.
What the hell are crunch cream?
Are they the McVitie's, the golden crunch cream? Yeah.
Oh, too modern for my liking. I'm more of a classic biscuit man. How about you, Chuck?
So, when it comes to biscuits, I'm just pretty much a chocolate chip guy.
All right, classic. I respect that. Respect that, man. That's fair enough.
Jaffa cakes, but they're not really biscuits.
Jaffa cakes.
That's a whole.
They are biscuits.
That's a whole other discussion point. We can't be discussing if Jaffa cakes are biscuits. We could go on forever.
You're right, we can't. I mean, they're not biscuits, obviously, but
They're clearly not biscuits because they've got jam in. But it's.
The clue is in the name. Jaffa cake.
It's not about
It's called a cake.
Legally, it's a cake.
Legally.
Legally, for tax
Yeah, oh,
sake.
yeah.
You know what?
No, there is.
Oh man.
Well,
right.
okay, well, Gabe, how about you? Not some sort of cake, are you as well?
See, I'm thinking biscuits. I'm thinking like the biscuits from like Red Lobsters or Popeyes. Like I'm thinking those biscuits.
Think a cookie.
I know, man. Lemon cookies, man. Lemon cookies are awesome. Which is ironic because I hate lemons, but I love lemon cookies.
It's a good fact. It's a good fact, wasn't it?
No, that's a good fact. That's a proper random one.
Yeah, it's a great fact.
I hate lemon, but give me in a cookie any day.
Listen, I love facts like that. Someone gave me the other day when we were camping, they gave me an Oreo and they said, oh, dip it in peanut butter. And I dipped it in peanut butter. Bit of a game changer, gotta say. Amazing. Don't look at me like that.
See, I can't do Oreos.
Ah, it was good. It was good. How about you, Noel?
Plain chocolate digestive out the fridge.
Out the fridge.
Oh, yeah. I like
All right. Fridge is a good shout, to be fair. Jason, not cake related or not?
You can't have Jaffa cake.
You can't have
Well,
it.
Considering it's not a biscuit, no.
If it's legally not a biscuit, then yeah.
A little bourbon then, the bourbon finger, you know, the chocolate bourbon.
Yeah. Classic. Right. Well, on that, so yeah.
Like a Jaffa cake though.
Not having it. We're not having it. No, what was it? Something about it's immune. It doesn't get some extra tax or something.
The McVitie's took it to tribunal, didn't they, for VAT stuff? And they were saying that it was against the rule in saying that they were biscuits because of their size. So they made this oversized, massive Jaffa cake, saying, "Is that a biscuit?" And because it's more like a biscuit than cake, and all of this argument is going on, so it's all to do with VAT exemption.
Can you imagine being the lawyer who worked on that case? Like, you get home, you're like, how was your day? Oh, but at the moment, I'm working the Jaffa Cake case. Impressive, wouldn't it?
I mean, in all fairness, I don't care what they are. They're bloody disgusting.
Well, that's, okay, I can't even get into this now. They're not disgusting. You're animal, Kev. You're an animal. Everyone likes Jaffa Cakes.
At like 3 in the morning, once I'm done getting all tuned up on the city on the weekend when they're like 3 in the morning, I'm hitting the Tesco. The first place I go is for a Jaffa Cake. Like, seriously. And I'm all the way back to the hotel, and then the can's empty when I get done.
So, bearing in mind this is you, have you ever wrapped one in bacon?
Well, no, because if I'm getting a Jaffa Cake, there's usually not real bacon around. It's that other stuff that kind of tries to pass for bacon. So I'm not going to wrap ham around a Jaffa Cake. But that would be good if I could get some good streaky American bacon, wrap it around a Jaffa Cake. I might have to smuggle some Jaffa Cakes home with me.
It's a real
Proper bacon as well, because that streaky stuff is not right.
Oh, that's beautiful. Nice hickory smoked, thick cut, streaky bacon. Get it nice.
What did they have bacon?
Oh, we had at Infocom, one of the freebies as you went into one of the shows was chocolate wrapped in bacon. Deep, like bacon dipped in chocolate.
Yeah.
The other way around. There's bacon wrapped in chocolate.
Yeah.
That was all right.
No, it weren't.
I didn't mind it.
It was wrong in every way.
It's weird. It tasted all right. Yeah.
That's going to be my next thing.
guys.
Next time I'm over. Get some Jaffa Cakes. I'm going to smuggle them home, wrap them in bacon, and deep fry them.
And then a bit of karaoke to finish the night off. We're absolutely done.
Karaoke to finish it. Bring it full circle, so to speak.
Oh man.
Full circle, like the pun as well. Good stuff. All right, guys. Well, we'll leave it there. Thanks for joining, everyone.
All right, guys, it's awesome, man.
See you later.